Hi friends, Dale Hudson here, and I want to let you know about an exciting live webinar that's happening this Thursday, March the 30th. We're going to be talking about how to build the volunteer team that you've always dreamed about. I mean, you can be great leading large groups, you can be great administratively, but you've got to be able to build a volunteer team if you're going to seek success in ministry. I always say the success of your ministry rises and falls on the strength of the volunteer team that you build. And so we're going to help you and give you some great tips and tools how you can build a great volunteer team. Here's another reason why that you need to be there is because you need more volunteers. I don't care if your church has 50 people or 500 people or 5,000 people. You're going to always need more volunteers, and we're going to share with you how to get those volunteers. You know, another reason why I think this webinar is so unique is that all the speakers have proven track records when it comes to building volunteer teams. My father-in-law had open heart surgery a couple weeks ago. You know, we wanted to make sure that the surgeon had actually done some open heart surgeries in the past. We wanted to make sure he was qualified and he had the experience he needed to do this. And same thing with building volunteer teams. Your speakers at this event have proven track records of building and leading volunteer teams. Brian Dollar is going to be speaking at this. Brian is the children's director at a great church in the Little Rock area, and he is an amazing leader. He's been there over 20 years as the children's director. He's going to share some tips about how you can lead your volunteers well and see them go the distance with you. We're also going to talk about how do you raise up these layers of volunteers so that you have volunteers leading other volunteers. So important to build that next tier of leaders. And so we're going to talk with Heidi Hensley about that. Heidi is a great children's ministry leader. She served at some great churches. Right now she's at Skyline Church in San Diego. And so she's going to be sharing with us how to build volunteers and help see them lead other volunteers. In other words, going to deepen your team. We also are going to talk about how to build a volunteer team post-turbulence. You know, we've all been through turbulence. I think with COVID, we, without exception, would say it was rough. It has been rough on our volunteer teams. Well, Brian Cheney is going to be with us, and Brian is doing an amazing job leading the volunteer team post-turbulence. Brian went through COVID with his team just as you did. He also went through some other tough stuff. He's at the great Willow Creek Community Church in Chicago area. He's been through some tough turbulence there, but he's came out and he's going strong and doing well. And so he's going to share with us how do you lead through and after those post-turbulent times in the ministry. I'll be speaking also about 3 little tweaks that you can make that'll help you build your volunteer teams. 3 little tweaks that'll make a huge difference. You know, we talked about proven track records. So I started with 300 volunteers, and 9 years later, I had over 2,000 volunteers in kids ministry. And I'm going to share with you the tweaks that I made that helped us build that volunteer team of that magnitude. And so really excited. Hope that you'll be there. An added bonus is this. I have my books, 2 of my books I'm going to send you when you register free of charge. They're $12 value. This book is The Formula for Building Great Volunteer Teams. And a brand new book, 52 Devotions for Children's Ministry Leaders. So when you register, I'll send you one of those 2 books, whichever you would prefer. One cool thing is there'll be plenty of Q&A after each session. We're going to be plenty of time for you to ask questions and interact with our speakers. You might say, well, I'm tied up on March 30th. I already got plans. No problem. We're going to record the entire seminar. It'll be available on demand as the webinar is over, and you'll have access to that when you register. So I hope you'll join us. I believe it's really going to be a game changer for so many churches. We have churches coming from across the United States. We have churches coming from other countries. And so we want to encourage you to join us for this great time and learn how to build the volunteer team that you've always dreamed about. I'll see you there.